It was really good. Our players bounced around with a lot of energy, with a lot of enthusiasm. We needed to get used to playing with the ball being wet and the field being wet, just in case that happens Saturday. Which this for the game this week, because there is a forecast that we may have some rain and windiness and things like that. So, both teams got to play in those conditions, but it was good for us. We moved around. We handled the ball well. We got our work in, and so now we start kind of what we call our countdown to kickoff. But we had a good practice.
Have you talked to your team? Because basically it's probably be like a home game for Auburn. Have you talked to them about that? That it's probably going to be like a road game.
Well, again, they're aware of where we're playing and that Auburn's 2 hours from here and we're 4 hours from here. And, yeah, it'll probably be a lot of people from Auburn at the game. But we've been into hostile environments before. And, one of the things these guys have learned how to do is block out all the circumstances, all the things that go into a game, other than just focusing on each one's job to do. So, it's fun to play when there's a large crowd. It's fun to, it's not much fun to trot out when there's an empty stadium. So whether they're for us or not, if they're making noise, it kind of gets everybody a little more excited.
How's Paxton been in practice?
He's been really good. He's on schedule, so to speak. He's throwing the ball well. We've got a little bit larger game plan than we normally carry, and all of our players are handling that quite well. To be quite honest, yesterday was kind of a sluggish, rusty practice, and today, even though the conditions were not the greatest in the world, we had a pretty good, we had a real good practice from an execution standpoint and from a missed, we didn't have any missed assignments and things. Guys are starting to, get dialed in and focused, so we're right on schedule.
You talked about how good y'all have been, I guess, covering kicks and how good Auburn has been in the kick return game. What's allowed you guys to have success covering kicks and then to be so?
Well, Jake's probably the biggest thing. He kicks most of them out of the end zone so they don't get returned. But, we stress it a lot, and we put guys on there, and, they take a lot of pride in not letting the other team pass the 20. And we've had a couple that they've popped out of there, but we've done a good job. For Coach Reffett, our kickoff coverage coach, does a really good job, and it's about it's about proper technique, and it's about getting off blocks and getting to the returner. But they have dangerous returners, so this will be the biggest challenge that unit has had all year.
Talking about what kind of game you are expecting, because Auburn big and physical, but Memphis have played big and physical as well this season.
Yeah, we're going to have to big boy up, and we all know that. They're athletic. We feel like we are too. They've got really good size. Most of our areas, we got size. Probably not quite as big as they are, but both teams are good at what they do. Our offense is a little different than maybe some other people's in the country, and theirs is unique also. A lot of people are trying to copy Auburn's offense. Nobody's doing it quite as well as they do. Our offense, people are calling and asking us about things that we do, so we've got our own style. And so for defenses, it's a little tough to prepare for both sides. Defensively, we both know how to, Auburn and Memphis both know how to line up and play base defense and try to get you out of your normal game, take away the things you do best, utilize the blitz packages to try to pressure the quarterback or disrupt the running game. And then both teams have really good special teams. So I've said from day one, this is a very it's an outstanding matchup. There's a lot of dynamics in this game that we'll have to see how each team plays and who gets the upper hand throughout the ball game in those areas. So it's a matchup that looks to be a really exciting one, and our guys are excited to be playing, excited to be here in Birmingham, and we'll be putting the finishing touches on our game plan here the next 24 hours or so, and be ready to play.
Are you expecting Auburn to play both of their quarterbacks, or how are you preparing for that?
It's what you do is you prepare for both of them. The one thing they have in their favor is that they don't have to change their offense a ton when either one of them's out there. They ask their quarterbacks to zone read, run the power read. They throw a lot. They do a really great job off of play action, which we do too. And we think that's a great way to throw the football, and obviously they do too. So, you know, we've been preparing for their stuff. They've been preparing for our stuff. We're anticipating their wrinkles. They're anticipating our wrinkles. We expect to see both quarterbacks. But if they leave one of them out there the whole game, you know, we got to play against that one. And again, like I said, we have great respect for both of them.
Last week you said there were a few guys that were on the bubble or kind of on the fence in terms of availability for the game. Do you have any more clarity, I guess, on some of those?
Right now, we're kind of going down to the wire on that, and the ones that we've already announced are out, and we'll just probably go in here and see if everybody's healthy. We got a few more that we got back even today. They're out there practicing a little bit more than they have that look like they're going to be game ready. So I think we're fine with where we are right now.
With all the practices and everything, you get the sense now guys are just ready to get out there and play the game?
No question. You know, after a while, it's almost like, you know, spring practice. You know, you get tired of hitting the same guys. It's like two-a-days. After a while, you're eager to play and see how you are against somebody else. This is pretty much a one-game season. I think we've had 14 practices since our last game, and, you know, some of them were just technique, younger guys getting to practice while the older guys healed up, and then a lot of them, most of them were game planning Auburn. So, yeah, I think our guys are anxious to play, and I'm sure their guys are anxious to play.
What would it mean for your program just to upset another SEC team?
Well, it would be another step, and that's what we're all about from day one 4 years ago with Coach Fuente. We were about, let's take steps. We were kind of a disaster when we first got there, and to even be in this position has been just a huge turnaround for our program, and the credit goes to the kids in this program who weathered the storm, fought through it, have accomplished some unbelievable things, but in their minds, they're not done. They want to continue building a great reputation at Memphis, being a respected program, and they all know a win here in this bowl game would again bring great respect to our program.
How were the events off the field yesterday, the Civil Rights Institute?
It was awesome. You know, again, the fun things about going to bowl games are the fun festivities, the functions they put on, and some of them are kind of historical, which that was the Civil Rights Museum. Some of them are fun, the Comedy Club. We've got another deal tonight. So, you know, there's a lot of fun, but there's a lot of balance that you have to enjoy yourself, but at the same time prepare for a big-time game on the 30th, and that's what we're on course doing.